Thank you for watching blackcommercials.com.
Yeah, we're back. Fully loaded up in this bitch. Fully loaded podcast. Episode, what's this, episode 13?
Episode 13.
Man, I should have checked before we went live, but we ain't stopping. Look, today it's a special edition. We are talking about Breonna Taylor and police brutality, specifically Breonna Taylor. Yes, and hey man, without further ado, we just noticed that the verdict came in, and one of the officers got charged with like criminal negligence or something like that. Yeah. A wanton negligence charge, and the other two officers walked. And I felt like I got mixed emotions about it, right? And I was joking before the show. I said I'm gonna get canceled. But anyway, we here today. Myself, King Troy.
Already know.
Troy Thompson. We got my man John Ristic.
Yes, sir.
Some people call him Gene.
Already know how y'all doing today, man. Shout outs to everybody out there watching, supporting. Definitely. Said, okay, there we go. Now we got it. Mic wasn't right, but shout out to everybody out there, you know what I'm saying, support Grind Pipe. You already know what it is. Boy, John Ristic, Futuristic Entertainment.
Yes,
Gonna have a great show today. Fight the power.
Yeah, man, and let's get right into it. So most people who are watching this, you already know what transpired with Breonna Taylor, but just to run through it really quickly, it was a no-knock warrant. The cops came in. Her gentleman suitor, ended up firing shots. There was shots exchanged, and Breonna unfortunately lost her life. Like some of the things you might not have known though was it was part of a criminal investigation, and by all accounts they were at the right house. Okay, this was the house they were investigating. They were investigating some guy. The only name that's important to me right now is Breonna Taylor.
Indeed.
And her family. May she rest in peace. So I didn't try to remember everybody's names or take notes or anything, but some guy she was dealing with brought the heat down, man. Yeah. And his address was listed as the same as hers, and it was packages going here and there. So also, let me throw this in at the top of the show. The family of Breonna Taylor is going to be awarded a $12 million settlement in the coming weeks or months or whatever, but it's already in the works.
Yes, sir.
So they're admitting fault in that way.
Basically.
So if there's fault in that way, how come nobody's going to jail, right? Except for the misdemeanor. What's he going to serve?
And you feel me, Landon? It's just like, to me, like a misdemeanor, like I used to get arrested, so it's like a misdemeanor to me, that's almost like a slap on the wrist, like you murdered somebody, like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't agree with the charges that they gave the officer. I believe like it was supposed to have been more crucial, especially like you have crack cocaine and people getting 25 to life for that. So I think it should have been taken to a level of, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, it's totally out of your hands. You don't really get to have a life like that no more. Honestly.
Right, but then if you're looking at the whole case, right, those officers, they had a warrant signed by a judge. Okay. It was part of a drug investigation. They were at the right house, which is a common misconception that they went to the wrong house and all this stuff. I think, I'm not saying it was justified, but I don't think those cops woke up that morning saying we're going to just kill an innocent person, right? That doesn't make them any less accountable. they should absolutely be accountable. They should be held 100% accountable for their mistakes. And I guess that's where the settlement comes in. But I don't feel like that's good enough. Me personally, okay, I don't think a no-knock warrant was justified. I think that's the biggest part. Well, first of all, the whole system is broken, right?
Indeed
So,
it is.
you know, like John mentioned, the whole everything is fucked up. People go to jail for, you know, if you have a lawyer, you get less time. If you don't have if you're using a public defender or you don't have a lawyer, you get more time.
'Cause those public defenders are there to really help the court. They're not really on your side anyway. They want you to get convicted just as much as, you know what I'm saying, the judge that you're sitting there facing anyway. So
their job is to just push cases through.
Yeah. So it's always best to go out and get your own lawyer anyway. Even if you can't afford it, you got better chances of trying than just staying with, you know what I'm saying, playing their ball game with people who are on their court and their side, you feel? So
Yeah, and I've heard that the public defenders are working on between 20 and 40 cases a week or something like that.
Yeah,
so it's basically, all right, plea bargain, and whatever. So, yeah, so the whole system is messed up. So that's really evident in this entire case because I guess almost everything they did turns out it's legal, okay, based on the decision, right?
Yeah.
And I think part of the problem is that they were charged with first degree murder, I believe. And like I said, I don't know.
Because it's still the story is still developing. I know I even looked on the phone like maybe 2 hours ago. They just updated it.
Yeah, so they charged him with first degree murder.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, audience. And I think that was the wrong charge. First degree murder is when you say, I'm going to grab my gun and it's premeditated.
Basically,
I'm going to grab my gun and I'm going to kill this person. I don't think that happened that day.
Right.
And I think that's the reason they got off. It was a really unfortunate thing. If the system wasn't messed up, and also I can't remove all the blame from the entire family or whoever got this home involved in this investigation. Because once them saltine crackers start coming for you, they're going to shake every tree until some apples fall out. So I feel like running a sloppy and look, I don't have all the facts. I don't believe everything I read. So hopefully I'm not offending anyone. But if everything that the conflicting report says is true, or at least half of it is true, there was a drug investigation. Somebody was being sloppy with their drug dealing. This house became a target, part of the investigation. And unfortunately, it came home to Breonna, you know, who was either 0% or more than 0% involved in the drug operation, and probably had at least some kind of knowledge. And when we're selling drugs, it's not because not all, right? Some people are just selling drugs just to get by, just to have enough, little few extra cash to pay their phone bill, or they're trying the rent money. They're trying to save for their kids' college. So just because you're selling drugs doesn't make you a bad person.
You feel me?
Unfortunately, you know, some people do get hurt through the drug game, and that's unfortunate. So I'm not condoning that. But if you're an ethical drug dealer and you're selling to consenting adults, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, as long as you're not hurting anybody.
Right.
And especially if it's marijuana. They never mention what kind of drug, but this type of investigation, I'm assuming it's something. It's a narcotic.
Right. Anytime they gotta bring
or something
poison
like
and
that.
stuff like that, it's gotta be a hard.
It was too big to be weed, and they never mention what kind of drug they're investigating for.
That or guns.
I guess we could dig further, but
not saying that's what that is, but
right. So they brought that home. There was phone number records being looked at. There were addresses on different documents being looked at. They were tracking UPS shipments and things like that.
So they basically had paper trail for a while.
Yeah, so apparently they didn't do a good enough job, because I'm sure if they would have found something, they would have made a whole hoopla over it. Well, yeah, we did find something.
Yeah.
They didn't find any drugs in the home.
Right,
No
I was gonna say no reports of
significant
that.
amount of cash. Yeah. So basically, they came up empty-handed. Does that mean something wasn't going on previously or even currently? I don't know. I don't have all the facts. Even though they're trying to act like all the facts are available, I don't believe. Like I said already, I don't believe everything I hear.
Exactly.
So, I think it's real. Once again, I think it's extremely unfortunate. So, I think one of the biggest problems is the no-knock warrant. I was trying to get to this earlier. I went off on a whole rabbit hole. One of the biggest problems is the no-knock warrant, right? Who gives you the right to not knock? And I previously thought if they announced themselves, but apparently they didn't. It was a no-knock warrant,
supposedly.
right? So they broke down the door, and they didn't have to knock. Well, I agree with no-knock warrants if and only if somebody's life is in immediate danger. This is a drug investigation. It's not somebody being held hostage or kidnapped in there that you need to sneak up on them and stop this right away. They can't know we're coming. You're investigating drugs, and since this is part of the justice system as it stands, they should have surrounded the home and then made sure that the people inside knew what was going on so they could conduct their warrant.
Exactly.
Instead, they wanted to sneak up on them in the night. Shots got fired. If you sneak up on me in the night, Mr. Policeman, look, all my real police friends that I love, and I know you're good people, and I know you're doing it for the right reasons. I love y'all. But look, random policeman who you sneak up on me in the night, there might be some shots fired if I don't know what's going on.
I
right?
don't even think it's a might in that with me.
No, it ain't no might. It ain't no might because
it's reaction.
now if the cops come to my door and they knock loud like they do, I've had it happen before. I've been raided before. I've been through this before. I've been arrested very many times.
Exactly.
So if they come knocking on the door, I'm not about to shoot out with no cop. I want to see the warrant. I'm not slapping a lion on his nose.
Exactly.
Right? I've done that before. Not with physical violence towards law enforcement, but with my attitude, with the words I use, and I got myself into more trouble than I should have just by spouting off at the mouth. You know what I mean?
I've turned it to a physical though. It gets like that, and they try to get like that with you, and then
you
know what I'm saying, they try to put their hands on you. I remember I was in like high school, maybe I flipped my first cop though, and I wish I would have never did it. They whooped my ass at that station, man. But it is what it is, though. But yeah, though, man, it's just an unfortunate case. And then like to keep the updates with that, that they had protests in Louisville also, and like I said, I was reading it on the update of this blog I be reading like 2 hours ago, and they say 127 over 100 people, you know what I'm saying, were arrested, and it came out to it being 127 protesters being arrested in Louisville last night.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's it's quote unquote. I saw you mention it earlier. Peaceful, quote unquote, peaceful protesters, right?
It actually was two. So let me clarify up. Louisville, it was 127 protesters that was arrested. The cause of them saying they've been arrested was damage to property, vehicles, looters, and then also there were protesters who were peacefully doing it in Atlanta last night, and they arrested 7 protesters. So just imagine if you're out there and you're fighting the power or fighting for the cause, and you're not doing no damage. You're just out there trying to voice your opinion, and they start throwing everybody in cuffs. You know what I'm saying? It brings you back to a mentality, to a point where it's like we almost can't even have a voice on anything now.
Right. They want to just shut us up.
Yeah. They want to silence us.
Shut up and go home kind of thing.
And just be all right with what the results that we're getting of how we're being treated in America today.
Yeah, because I think we as black people, and that's, to be quite honest and quite frank, that's who I care most about.
Yeah.
I got white people and Mexicans and, literally in my family married in or through, children in my family that I love. But they have their activists already.
Oh, yeah.
they have their freedom fighters already. They have people helping them. And sure, the entire world needs more help. Sure, fine. But I'm just saying, like, my black people, right? I don't feel like our voices are really heard. I feel like a lot of us are living with scarcity mindsets.
Yeah.
We're trying to figure out where the next bread is coming from and things like that.
Overcome limitations.
And a lot of us are really angry, which we should be.
Indeed.
We have a right to be angry.
Like,
you know.
man, like who wouldn't be, like, me personally, like you just saying that, like what kicks in my mind, like why wouldn't we be angry? I feel like the treatment of our ancestors that we've had from back then, they haven't had any justice for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Anybody out there got their reparations? I'm just say it like that. Like all the torment and stuff we went through, we supposed to have some pay come back, right? You know what I'm saying? I feel there's no way we should be playing for clothes at this point. Weren't we the ones out there picking the cotton? Why would we have to pay for the cotton that we picked? Or not even just to say that I picked, but my ancestors picked. But it's damn near like I picked it, so why can't I say that I picked it? You know, it's just it's backwards, man. Willie Lynch.
Yeah, I like how you said that a little analogy. Is that what you call it? Yeah.
Yeah.
We picked all that cotton, but we can't even afford clothes. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I said a little different, same thing.
Hey, I feel it.
We trying to work a job so we can afford clothes. We done picked millions of pounds of cotton at the forced hand of America. And I said it in one of the earlier podcasts, man. At the end of slavery, when everything was said and done, all of those slave masters that got rich off slavery, they got to walk away with all that money scot-free.
Yep.
And you mean to tell me that, and some of them, including Bush's family, including many, many more, right? They and I won't get all the way into that.
Right, I was going to say, but Bill, Abe.
If you think of all the biggest names like the Rothschilds, you think about all those.
That's number one.
All those names, they built their wealth off manipulating people and taking advantage of the system, taking advantage of people in what are called third world countries, just because of lack of better term.
Heard that.
For the poorer countries, the countries with less industry,
over there,
they take over. They take advantage of them.
Living with a dictatorship.
Yeah,
they don't have a voice. Like I said, I feel like that's how they're trying to make America almost like it's free, it's beautiful. You know, say it can be better, but at the same time, these people were being oppressed. But I think they trying to make it a dick. Like either we take what they say, or it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, consequences to that. Like we don't get no say. So I remember it was a point in time, like the people, you know what I'm saying, the politicians and stuff had to answer to us. When was the last time that, you know what I'm saying, they came to the people or actually did something that we all voiced on and that we all needed? Like really, we supposed to be controlling government.
Yeah, and just to piggyback off that, they say that when you vote, that's your power. Or and also there's a lot of bills and legislation that comes up and that you can vote on. So I've had multiple people, independent people, say the same thing. And wish Christopher Marshall was here. Shout out to Christopher Marshall.
Shout out Chris Marshall.
Because somebody wrote, and lots of people have said, I'm not sure if they got it from that book. There I go. Still don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
Hey, no, but, it's all right. Hey.
But
when you get deep it goes like that.
The local elections are the most important elections because you're dealing with local policy. You're dealing with things that affect you right outside your front door. So local elections are the number one priority. But then, you know, to make a long story not as long as it could have been, goddammit, the presidential election is the furthest thing away from you. Right? So yeah, if a president has good policies and things like that, sure, vote for him. But my honest opinion, just to cut to the chase, is I believe most local elections are honest and the votes are counted properly.
Yeah.
I don't believe at the presidential level, for instance, that there's any way of double checking from a non-biased source to see who voted for what where.
I wouldn't even say it's double check. Like, I'm gonna just put, man, look, Trump bought his way into that damn campaign. Think about it. Like, when I sit here and we talk a lot, and I'm not even gonna elaborate on him because fuck Trump, but to think about it, like, we took a businessman, like we took a man for who wants to be a billionaire and was turning billionaire, you know what I'm saying, turning people who didn't have nothing into billionaires. So we put this man in a campaign race. You think he didn't use whatever money that he had, that he was, you know what I'm saying, stocking up, you know what I'm saying, and adding up and use that to supply. On, you know? Yeah, because you got to put money into campaign for the, you know what I'm saying.
He's the president. He has the record for spending the most of his own money on his campaign.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I think that what happened, because, come on, let's be honest, nobody voted for Trump. Even some of his own kind that wasn't even voting for him, definitely not the Mexicans. And if you know what I'm saying, get hardcore facts, you know what I'm saying, shoot, most of people who make up the population are really blacks and Mexicans. And if we didn't put in them votes, then who's casting them votes that man got in there? That man.
Well, I do know this, right? In the census, blacks are very skeptical of the census, so they don't want to fill it out, right? And I remember it as young as my early, at 12 years old, talks about the census. I ain't filling that shit out, right? But the white people in Tinley Park all fill it out. And out in Schaumburg.
But you know what? You just low-key answered it, like, right there where the question is. Okay, so we aren't going out to vote. We rather, you know what I'm saying, voice an opinion, but how it's going to change, those opposite side of the opposition, they're getting what they want because they're going to vote for what they want. So when those people get in their houses and the things happen the way for them and it don't happen for us, we be wondering why. So, but okay, so let's take it to another level. Let's say we all, because, man, I really believe that everybody went and voted against Trump. So I really don't see how he, you know what I'm saying, how he still ended up where he was, just like George W. Bush. Like, nobody really wanted him in there. And he got 8 years out of us.
Yeah, and then you said earlier that the blacks and the Mexicans outnumber the whites, and it's real close. I don't know exactly where it is right now, but it's real close. It's teetering on both sides, and I think you're absolutely right with your comment. I think it's teetering slightly to that direction right now.
Because it's like, and I don't even want to split it up.
If you add them up together.
Yeah.
But still, there's more whites than either. And some people say they're afraid of that, right? They're afraid of everybody turning into brown people. I tell you what, who you'll never see protesting, a millionaire.
Yeah.
Show me a millionaire protesting. And to say that, I'm not being absolutely literal, because some celebrities, I think there's a strong percentage of these celebrities who join a protest just for public relations. Yeah. They've never said anything. They've never said anything about the injustices before.
Yep.
And I'd rather them come out and support now than never. But it to me, it comes off as a little bit disingenuous.
Yeah. I mean, these
are
the people
all of a sudden you care how now Black Lives Matter now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, ESPN.
These are people we pay money to. These are people our kids listen to. They're influenced by. So why wouldn't you fight for the cause? You know what I'm saying? Unless you're against it. I mean, don't get me wrong. But I've no quote on this artist's name, but I've seen the artist. He spoke out. Even I think Dave Chappelle said, like, why would he come out? Like, the people gonna speak for what we want, which we will. But at the same time, shoot, we want to know, like, shit, are y'all gonna play them high celebrity roles, or are y'all gonna act like y'all people like us? Because at the end of the day, everybody is people, you know. And I just feel like some of those celebrities, they still try to place themselves in a high empowerment, you know what I'm saying, want to be different from the crowd, you know what I'm saying, which is nothing wrong with that. But when it comes to times like this, I feel like everybody should be pulling together, no matter what role you're at. You're a millionaire, you're low, you're minimum wage, you know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Yeah, my bad. It was a little too close. I got a little excited.
Your peas are popping.
Yeah, my bad.
I edit that little part out right there.
That.
Yeah,
but, you know, just
yeah, man.
crazy, you know. But me being myself, so as an artist, I definitely use this time to speak on things in my music. This is the best time to be creative and get your point out. I feel anyway, you know.
Yeah. People are tired, and the poets should be making revolution songs. And of course, if you're a writer, I encourage all writers to write whatever they want. You know,
Indeed.
I just hope a lot of that.
Speak your mind.
You feel okay to speak it out, yeah.
Yeah, say your truth.
And be mad, and be deep,
yeah,
and cry on the track, whatever. Have a full range of emotions. Every man, woman, and child deserves to have a full range of emotions,
yeah.
and be surrounded by love.
Because you want to know what's so crazy to me that you say that, just to piggyback off that.
Yeah.
When you say emotions, you know, a lot of people these days, they don't think you should have emotions. They be, why you in your feelings like we're not human or something? You're not supposed to feel anything, you know.
Especially men, black men. I've been, most of the men I've been around in my life have been black men, so I know a lot about black men, you know. We don't like to show emotion.
Heard that.
You know, it could be the worst thing in the world happening. And, it's looked upon as feminine or something like that. And then our women treat us like we don't have emotions.
Mm-hmm.
But I know y'all like. I know y'all like when people say not all, not all. Okay, I
show
said
me
it.
Something different.
Not all.
That's all it is. You just got to show me something different. But
right.
To elaborate on that though, but it's difficult, man. Like me myself, I find even in those times I bottle myself up. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bottled up a lot. You know what I'm saying? It could be a good or a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on how you channel the energy. But like we said, you know what I'm saying? Put that energy into the music. You know what I'm saying? Or however you feeling. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you feeling, say that on the song. But, yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So I feel like back to Breonna Taylor. I feel like, okay, let's assume that this drug investigation was real.
Okay.
And that I'm not saying that they were guilty or innocent, but the investigation was real.
Right, and y'all really did go in there and do that.
And they did it because they were doing it for the investigation, right?
Right. What you get out the house.
So let's say not only that, but let's say there was some drug stuff going on.
Okay.
Right? Why did he sell the drugs in the first place? Like we said earlier, to pay his rent.
Heard that.
Or whatever.
Trials and tribulations.
Just like those cops woke up that day and went to do their job, he was getting packages.
Right.
We're assuming here. Take sound bites if you want, so I can sue you for whatever, right? But they didn't wake up that day and think they were going to have a shootout with the cops.
You feel me? Like,
they would have never wanted that.
I would have been gone. Like,
and here's your investigation. That horrible investigation. You're not even good enough to catch them with some drugs.
And that's what really bothers me, because it's like, I've had police come in the house and raid, bring dogs. Like, you didn't find no drugs. And then, like, it'd be, okay, cool. I like, honestly, after that, that's a civil lawsuit. Like, you literally came in my house, disturbed my peace, and whoever was in there. Like me, I'm living with my grandma, my mom, you know what I'm saying, female. So you come in there and disturb my house and my home and our peace, and it's just no repercussions after that. Like, it's just all right. Y'all was just doing y'all job. You can just come in and fuck up, do whatever you want, and it's cool.
Man.
Because I went through that, and honestly, it was cool. Like, as much as I wanted to sue, I couldn't even chase it that much because I didn't even have the evidence of the video and shit. And that's why I say I feel like it's one of those cases to the point where damn near we got to start.
I heard there's body cam footage.
Yeah. I hope so. We need to see that footage.
And that's part of the reason. That's what I heard. I can't verify that. I didn't.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
I didn't check multiple independent sources on that, but that's what I heard.
Man, I would really hope so, because I want to see how they're moving.
And that's part of the reason they got off. It's because of said body cam footage, which hasn't been released to the public lately.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying, because it's like I haven't seen any of that floating around. I'm heavy on like the social media. I'm not gonna lie, so. That's just ridiculous. It seems like it's a cover up, man. It's like they're trying to save ass. Like, we catch them slipping every time, and it's just like I can't really put my hand on it, but it's ridiculous though. So like I said, I still feel all the protesters, everybody who's looting, who's not looting, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're mad, like, and they know this. Like I said, like, come on, it's been said out through history. They know what they've done to our people, and if we don't have the knowledge, each one teach one, they need to know, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like at the point, like you said, we're sick and tired, you know what I'm saying? Like, I come from a poverty level, so, you know what I'm saying, I probably could know how I feel. Like, shoot, I wish I could sell some coke and get up a couple thousand right now. Yeah.
Right. Nobody get hurt.
You feel me?
Went
you know
from,
what I'm saying? I'm not no killer.
Right.
I'm just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, trying to flip something so you can have something.
I want to build my
So
credit. I want to get my car, get my house, be a man,
Yeah.
stand on 10 toes, you know?
Yeah, but even when you do that,
Stop working for you.
You should still have your grandmother and your mom around you every day.
Yeah.
People try to shame that. Like,
They do. They do. I
What?
get a lot of, you still live, stay
Come
with your
on.
people. Like, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I still stay because, you know what I'm saying, even though you got your shit by yourself, you probably struggling more than I am. Like, I can come home and save some money. You can't damn near save nothing.
Fill the fridge up and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I embrace that because, like I said, it's not, you know what I'm saying, if it's obviously it's not my time, it's in God's time. And when I'm supposed to have whatever I'm gonna have, I will have it. And it's just gonna be that, you know.
Yeah.
But it's sad what happened to Breonna Taylor though, man. And
Breonna.
all their names. Say their names, you know.
Say their names. Oh, speaking of say their names, we got the documentary coming out soon. You have to check this out. Support if you can, you know.
Indeed.
The film is looking for donations for production costs and for additional expenses for things like catering for the families of the victims, and we're keeping everything very low budget and as classy as possible. So it's going to have high production value, but we're keeping the budget real small, so anything will actually help.
Indeed.
From $1 million and up. No, I'm just playing. $1 and up.
Give from the heart.
$1.
That's all that is.
Because I don't want your 99 cents. You could do better than that. You could at least.
Yeah. This is us. Just think of it as.
But it's not me you're giving the money to. It's Big Red Entertainment is executive producing, and I'm gonna have a role of director of photography and an associate producer. And it's going real good. Now it's sharing the stories of the families of the victims, the missing victims, and we're focusing on the Chicago area. It's a real powerful piece. Yeah. And I say piece, but it's multiple pieces. It's multiple episodes. Oh man, it's really getting good. The only problem is, you know, it's a lot of energy flowing.
Definitely.
And channeling channeling pain, and we haven't even got into the footage, or let alone editing yet. It's gonna be a rough one, man. But I gotta focus, and I gotta use my power. That's one of the reasons I'm here.
Indeed.
You know, to shed light on certain things, create a few different really powerful moving documentaries. And when Brandy Martin of Big Red Entertainment, you know, she pitched the idea to me, and I said, cool.
Shout outs to Brandy Martin.
Sure enough, she called me the next day. Hey, let's do this. I said, hey, let's do this.
Hey, and that's how it be. You put in that work.
And then we negotiated something that'll work out very well for both parties.
Okay.
And it's going to be a real hit. And, you know, part of the proceeds are going towards families of victims of domestic violence, missing.
I do have a question. Will
men,
it be on,
women, and children.
Will we be put it on blackcommercials.com?
Oh yeah, most definitely get that up on blackcommercials.com,
okay,
man.
Yeah. Y'all check that out.
Those
man.
guys over there at blackcommercials.com are something else, man. They're really trying to do something nice. And
Evolution
I'm
at its best. Like,
and I'm very, very happy to see it. It's a all black media platform.
mm-hmm.
They play commercials, they play videos, they play I mean all kind of stuff. I heard they might be playing a movie or something soon. I don't know.
Heard that. I heard
Look
something
look
about
out
that
for
too.
black commercials, man.
Yes, sir. Shout outs.
Blackcommercials.com.
Heard that. Shout outs to the whole camp, by the way, too.
Oh yeah. We got to make sure we on that angle when you pointed at it.
Yes, sir. Hey,
I'm
I'm still over here, you know what I'm saying? Because I can't really, but I'm going to talk to you over here, though.
And then you can bounce back over here and then
Yes,
bounce
sir.
back over there.
You feel
like
me?
Fucking news.
Yes, sir.
Fuck Hollywood.
Man,
I'm sorry. I'm supposed to wait till they give me the $1 million check before I say it.
Man.
Uh-oh.
But look, check what's crazy about that is we don't even have to wait for that. We can pay ourselves. Like,
Or we can rob banks.
I'm with it. It's our money anyway. It's my money
Just
and
kidding.
I need it now.
Just kidding.
Heard
That was the joke.
disclaimer, right? I don't want them to see me. I be out here in this hood. They be like, there go the young Trayvon right there. Rest in peace to Trayvon Martin.
Rest in peace to Trayvon.
You know,
You know, I believe in comedy, all jokes, there's no jokes that are off limit.
no, it's
You
not.
know,
It's how you use them. You know what I'm saying? What's the message and point you really trying to get out there with them? Like how it hit people. You know what I'm saying? But it's also about how people take the jokes. You know what I'm saying? You could take something so lightly and people could just take it serious. You know what I'm saying? Perspective is a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And sometimes people's opinions just ain't shit. But you know, it is what it is. It's life, and I feel that we're gonna do better through all this pandemic and this oppression that we're going through. And you know what I'm saying, we just need to pull together a little more, love each other a little bit more.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
man.
you know what I'm saying, stop being consumers. That's I would love to see their market crash and they come running to us getting our products. I feel like we buy a lot of their products and we don't invest in ourselves or each other. You know what I'm saying? We rather go out and spend money with the next man. And we
Yeah.
have to stop doing that in our community because they're not doing it in theirs.
No, but I feel like we also, I like that, bro. I feel like we also have to get back in tune with nature because when the lights go out, we don't know what to do. You know, there's no screens to look
You
at.
feel me?
Your phone's dying.
Hey. Or no phones. What if there was no
you're-
phones? You know, communication has
You're
changed.
calling the closest person to you to see if you can come spend the night over there
Indeed.
because we're scared of the dark. And I don't mean like with the lights off sleeping. I'm talking about we're scared of power being out. We're
Right.
scared of being in the dark. We
And
can't
we
use our
shouldn't.
phones. We can't connect. We can't talk. We can't do none of that, right? So
Put that up for a second.
a lot of us, and I say us because I include myself because
Indeed,
I don't
indeed.
say black people.
Mm-mm.
That's meaning I'm not even included. I say a lot of us have a lot of our priorities all fucked up, man,
Indeed.
and don't even know how to start a fire.
I was just gonna say the lights gonna start that fire.
And look, I'm talking about like, I'm not saying like from scratch. I'm saying like a little bit of fucking lighter fluid and whatever it takes to get a fire going. Just that simple.
You feel me? It's modern
I'm
day.
not talking about trying to create.
Yeah, we're
a
not in
spark.
those days. It's modern
Talking about
day.
shit,
You know
we
what I'm
still
saying?
got shit. We got shit.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
But something as simple as that, I use that on purpose to oversimplify it. You
Just
know,
using resources, just off what you just said. Just
Yeah,
using
man.
your resources, bro.
Yeah,
we don't
man.
use our resources as much as we should. You know, for real.
yeah,
But
yeah.
you know, it's-
There's food right outside too, man. Right outside this door, right over there on that fence. That whole fence is food, bro. That's crazy. It looks just like weeds,
yeah.
but there's plants over there that taste just like they taste just like cauliflower.
Cauliflower.
Yeah,
I like cauliflower. I'm a broccoli type of person, but I fuck with the cauliflower. You know what I'm saying? It's still a vegetable, so you know, you gotta not even a vegetable, but it's your greens. You know, eat your healthy shit. You know what I'm saying? Me myself need to get more in shape. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, so we got how many billion people in the world?
Man, I'm gonna take an estimate guess. 2.1 billion, maybe.
No, I think it's like 7 or something.
7?
Now
Oh,
I
shit,
gotta
I
look.
was, yeah, I was gonna say.
I know it's up there. 70.
Maybe I
know
lowballed
it's
this a
all
little bit.
70.
I'm sorry, but it's a lot of people, and that's why I say it's just like the people. When you said like, man, when I hear that, like I just why the fuck we don't overthrow this government, man? Like seriously, like why we don't overthrow this government though?
Yeah,
bro? Like it's
and by overthrow, I just think some people might call it revolution, some people might call it extreme reforms.
mm-hmm.
But I heard this one cat. He said you can't reform a well from inside its belly.
Can't inform a well.
We need to kill the well.
Okay.
And escape.
Heard that. I got you.
You
Okay.
know. So, goddamn it. Shit.
I like that anatomy. That's deep.
Yeah, man. Where I'm going to reform this wolf from inside its intestines.
Okay. I can see that.
No way, man.
So, you see, we tapped in to Breonna Taylor, male pose, our views on different aspects of the black culture and how America is, the justice system, you know what I'm saying? Different opinions about that. Gonna try to wrap it up a little bit, but I feel like it's a little bit more to it before we like wrap it up. Like,
Sure there is. There's a lot.
man, it is. Of course there is. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like I feel like it's almost like a puzzle, like the way you try to put pieces to it. You know what I'm saying? Everyone counts for something. You know, but
Yeah, everyone should count for something.
oh yeah, it has to. You know what I'm saying?
In a puzzle, definitely.
Okay, so speaking
definitely.
of that, just even thinking
And
like
in life,
puzzles,
or at
like
least it should be that way in life.
black leaders puzzles. You know what I'm saying? I feel like and there is like no feeling like I've seen a lot of black leaders like die right before us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just to name a few, maybe as far as hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Biggie, Tupac, Nipsey.
Yeah.
I got into XX, you know, he was kind of wild, you know what I'm saying? I got into him a little bit, but he had his ways, and you know what I'm saying? I heard some of his messages and things like that, but
I see value in almost everyone's music, you know?
man, Michael Jackson, Prince.
Almost everyone. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
RP to the legends, but it's just I feel we need more leaders, man. And me personally, that's what I'm trying to aim to be. Like I'm not gonna. I am. I ain't gonna lie. I would say I'm an activist because it's just like I definitely rebel against a lot of things. I'm opinionated, but I don't let my opinion try to, you know what I'm saying, throw off or make anybody else uncomfortable or unhappy. You know what I'm saying? I try to just roll with the punches of how people feel and know that it's gonna be different. And
yeah,
you know,
life can be tough, man. You have good days, you have bad.
Indeed.
And that's just how it is, man. You make it. I just try to make the most out of every day that I'm here on this earth, on this part of my journey.
Yes, sir. And it's a gift. We in the presence, you know what I'm saying? It's like metaphorical, you know what I'm saying? So
I think it's also a curse being in this physical realm. Because we're light beings, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And we're basically trapped in these bodies, but it's still a gift and a curse.
Indeed. I feel like my part is here is try to, you know what I'm saying, even if we can't get it, try to make peace on earth, a little heaven on earth, things like that, you know what I'm saying? Make positive music, treat people good. You know what I'm saying? Make good bonds and relationships with people. Yourself, for instance, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
First time we met, we hit it off. It was magical almost.
Man,
like,
we wrote a song and everything. That was that little snippet we came back in on.
We wrote a hit, a smash hit, like something I can listen to over and over. You know what I'm saying? Makes me want to fight.
Yeah, makes you want to just body slam the next person that walks in this room.
For real. Then two-step with
man, woman, or child.
Then two-step with him right after.
This song's so good, I'm mad as hell.
Slap your mama. But
yeah, that kind of that kind of vibe. Slap your mama vibes.
I mean, yeah, though.
Not your mama, not your mama, your mama.
Well, I'm pointing to this one, shit, because goddamn, if she gonna get slapped, I'm definitely coming for you. Like, But Black Lives Matter though, man.
Black
and
Lives Matter and Black Commercials Matter. Black Commercials is a platform,
I heard that.
a platform that shares black owners, business
Merch.
owners information.
All black merch.
You have the opportunity to run specials and man, increase your business.
So
And it's a growing platform right now. All of the advertisements are free. I don't know when you're seeing this. You probably got to pay by now.
man, look, it
When
was
you-
crazy.
by the
I was
time
gonna
you
say,
find
Philip,
this
man,
out.
how can okay? So me myself, how can artists get on there and be featured on blackcommercials.com?
Well, first of all artists. Okay.
Hey, take your time, brother.
All right. So okay. There's no. If you don't want your producer all in the videos,
Come at him, sure. Come on, I like it. Come on, keep going. Come on, all in the videos,
all on the songs,
dancing.
come to Death Row. No.
Baby, bring your ass, Debo that shit.
Shit. What was I talking about?
Seriously, no.
I'm about to have to rewind the shit to remember.
Hey, no, you good, you good. I like that take. But no, how can artists be featured on blackcommercial.com?
Oh shit! Damn, I went down the rabbit hole, didn't I? All right, here we go. We're back.
Live in effect.
So all artists on blackcommercials.com. There's no pay to play. You don't have to pay to get your music in the rotation. You know,
No
all the
P2P.
songs get at the exact same amount of airplay, unless we're working with sponsorship or combination video commercials or things like that.
Heard that.
Where it's part ad, part video, or something
Okay.
like that. But you would submit. You would go to blackcommercials.com and just scroll down. Everything is simple. All the instructions are simple,
Simplicity.
and it's free until I
Okay.
didn't tell enough people. I think I might have to extend the free period.
So look, y'all.
Hey, but what I really want to do is, if you're watching this, if you're an angel investor, buy blackcommercials.com from me for the low price of $100 million. Just
you got
do that.
You heard him, Dr. Evil. That 100 million.
Million. What's bigger, million or billion?
I go for the billion. Jay-Z made $1 billion, so if he hit the billion, I say $1 trillion. Like, fuck it, let's try to make it 3 if we don't. Like,
Okay, so boom, even Jay-Z, right? You say, you would say, or one would say, Jay-Z made all his money just off rapping, right?
I
Remember
wouldn't even
back
say
in the
that.
day, a lot of the records that he produced, those records are getting printed in China, man.
yeah.
The cases are made in China. So there's somebody somewhere slaving away for pennies a day. So even a guy like Jay-Z, well, now it's all digital, whatever. Okay, so now is he victimless?
All digital, okay.
Well, Beyonce has sweatshops, but it's probably cleaned up by now. I haven't looked into that in at least years.
Jewels.
And it wasn't 1 year, at least 2 years, maybe a little more.
And what's crazy, you just schooled me a little bit. I wouldn't even take her for owning sweatshops like that. And ladies love Beyonce.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah, man.
That's crazy, man. So even with the black culture like that, so now that we still on top, because I feel like everything is on top of it, even with how would you feel? Would that be coonery? Like some of the black people in the culture just like taking the culture like that? Like you can have sweatshops and, you know what I'm saying, just have your people out there, like, you know what I'm saying? And not even say they have to grow up with you, but you know what I'm saying, you're a part of this culture. You could just see us go like that with all that money. Because man, come on, you got money. Like, what I'm gonna do with $1 billion? Let's be honest. Personally, I'm 29. Like, I don't need no Bugatti.
What
That's
are you
$1
gonna
million.
do with that?
And you know, the question is, okay, that's a good question, right? It's not what I'm going to do with it, how I'm going to invest that. I'm not going to go get no $1 million Bugatti. That's $1 million already off back.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely getting a Bugatti. I'm definitely gonna get a beach house in like motherfucking
Man, look,
Maui.
the hardest thing I'll do,
Well,
and I'm going to keep it 100.
Spend all my money trying to make it look like I got money.
I ain't gonna lie. I would definitely try to go Maserati, and then the luxury of it all would be the penthouse.
They're not that expensive.
No, I know, because it's not, Maserati's not expensive
It's
at
a
all.
nice
But
performing car.
yeah,
I don't think that'd be something ridiculous.
it's a middle class man, like
if you like it.
simple man, like
Yeah.
shit. But and a penthouse luxury, like shit.
Yeah.
I would love a penthouse.
Yeah, we gotta stay.
Views in this
Yeah.
bitch. Like shit, I come from the bottom. I want to see some shit at the top. Like
Yeah, and I just feel like at the end of the day, though, I think having that type of money for me, the best part would be being able to help people.
yeah, and definitely.
You know, and in a very selfless way. Because like you said, how the hell you gonna spend all that money?
Yeah,
Can't spend that money.
It's gonna be very unnecessary. That's what it is. It's you know what I'm saying. And then it's just like you're not buying no land, no property. You're not making no good investments, buying no stocks. Like, what are you doing?
Okay,
Like,
so have you heard of a maximum wage or a maximum income? Have you heard about that concept? You know, we got minimum wage. That's the least you can pay somebody, or the least someone can make.
yeah. So I've had thoughts on if there was a maximum wage. So you know what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure you're gonna school me on it. I don't know too much, but yeah, if there's a minimum, there definitely has to be a maximum.
I know a little bit about it, but that's what I was
There's
gonna share.
There's a down, a left, there's a right.
It's like, okay, so if you were in the let's say just you're an indigenous person on a piece of land.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I like this already.
You know, you can eat a little of this, little of that. You know how to make it through the season. You know how to do all that by yourself. And I was talking about it earlier too.
Okay.
So they strip that all the way from us. And they jam pack us by the millions into metropolitan areas. And then, like we said earlier, the lights go out. You don't know how to survive. We're completely programmed. And that being said, one of these books that's on my mind is one of the OAC's books. My sister and Chris and my sister, however I feel like saying it today. That's their organization that they co-founded.
Okay.
It's one of very, very few all-black book clubs in the entire United States. You know, most book clubs allow other people in, but you wouldn't be able to get in a Jewish book club.
Man, look.
So why are they gonna let them in our book club? You feel me?
Exactly.
Breonna Taylor, rest in peace. But the book. Okay, I almost forgot. The book is called Menticide by Bobby E. Wright. And if you don't have time to watch, thank you, brother. So, if you don't have time to read the book, watch the documentary.
Yeah.
Well, not the documentary, the lecture documentary.
Or treat yourself and just go get both of them. Just do it like that.
And if you don't read it, you need to punch yourself in the face. But in that book, he tells the term menticide.
Okay.
You know, genocide,
Yeah.
menticide. It means, simply put, the killing of a people's mind. And I think we're there, man. I think we're there. So yeah, man. I mean, we can sit here. Sorry to, end so abruptly, but man, we can sit here and talk about it all day. Peace, y'all.
Indeed.
I'm Troy Thompson, King Troy, known by a bunch of other names. One of them is Motherfucker.
You feel me? Grind pipe.
Grind pipe.
Thank you for watching blackcommercials.com.